Hello, lovelies. This is 5 Minute Manifesting, and I'm your host, Lovey. Thank you so much for listening today. I'm thrilled that you're here. So today I want to talk to you about Neville Goddard's Law of Assumption. So the Law of Assumption is kind of just like it sounds. It's where you assume something, whatever that is, your specific person, your financial situation, a job that you want, whatever circumstances of your life, you assume they are as you want them to be. And that assumption will then, as Neville Goddard puts it, harden into fact. So let's just take a look at this for just a minute. So, the thing about the law of assumption is you're making an assumption about something that is not the way you want it to be, in order to affect how it becomes in the future. Right? So does that make sense? So let's say that currently you're not with your specific person. So you make an assumption that you're with your specific person inside of yourself, inside of your internal world, inside of your imagination. Inside of your imagination, you assume that your life is as you want it to be, that you are with or in a relationship with your specific person. You assume it's true. And then you persist. Neville says that you have to persist in that assumption. You just keep assuming that it's true that you're with your specific person. And that assumption will harden into fact. So the current facts that are around you, those are things that you've just assumed in the past. And then they hardened into fact. So the fact that you're not with your specific person just means that at some point you knew that you weren't and you persisted in that assumption and now you're not. And that's okay. It happened. It's fine. No big deal. And now today, right in this very moment, you change your assumption. You change what you believe about your circumstances. Now, so sometimes the question comes up, well, Lovey, that's not true. I'm not with my specific person. Like, it's kind of like lying to myself. I mean, and it kind of is like lying to yourself, and that's okay. That is okay. Because you're creating in your imagination what you want to be true with your specific person. And then your imagination will outpicture itself in the outer world. That's what Neville says. It will outpicture itself. Whatever you're projecting on the screen of your mind, inside your head, inside your heart, will be outpictured. And so you ever notice how your life kind of stays pretty similar day to day? Well, the reason is that you're operating now probably from your memories. You're using your memories and you're going over them and you're recalling them and you're thinking about them, and it's fine. We all do it. The human memory, comes to mind. And what you're going to do is you're going to arrest those memories. You're going to stop them and you're going to replace them with your assumption of your life exactly as you want it to be. You're going to stop. So let's just say you have a memory of a conversation with your specific person that didn't go the way you wanted it to go. You're going to stop that memory and just push it aside. So sometimes in my head, what I do is if I bring up a memory, I kind of push it to the side where I can't see it on the screen of my mind anymore, right? So that's just an imaginal act that I do where I push that memory aside and then I purposefully choose what I want to happen and I create an imaginal scene, maybe something that hasn't happened yet. And I put it in my mind and I focus on it. Now this focus it doesn't have to be long. It can just be a few minutes. It can just be a few seconds for that matter. It doesn't have to be long. So another thing that you can do is you can use memories that were good, that were positive, that were happy. So if you have a memory of you and your specific person where you were in a really good place, you can go to those memories and activate them and dwell on them and put those in your imagination and just luxuriate in the memory of you and your specific person having a wonderful time. And that memory will focus you into the future, will focus your assumption of the future into what you want to happen. So the key with the law of assumption is just creating the assumption that your life is as you want it to be, and then you persist, you keep going with that assumption no matter what the outside circumstances tell you. And then if you do that consistently, you do it persistently, then the outside world will shift. It will shift. And your assumption will harden into fact. And so then once you have the facts that you do want to dwell on and you do want to be fact, you just keep dwelling on them and they become memories, and then you just keep recreating that in your life. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and may you manifest exactly what you want. Well, also, I do have Manifest a Specific Person workbook on Amazon.com or your whatever the suffix is in your country. So go ahead and take a look there. It is Lovey Brown and Manifest a Specific Person workbook. Thanks so much for joining today.